What is going on, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to the Car5 Podcast. I am your host, Joshua. Today, we're going to be discussing the all-new Corvette ZR1 from Chevrolet and why it has the automotive competition turning their heads. Let's go ahead and get things going. So what is it about this brand new Corvette that's got everyone's heads turning, and why is it that it is just making such an impact in automotive news? Well, let's go ahead and start out by saying it is the fastest Corvette ever produced. The ZR1 is equipped with a 6.2-liter LT5 supercharged V8 that is capable of hitting a top speed of 212 miles an hour. All thus at the same time, it is hitting a 0 to 60 time in just 2.85 seconds. Let's just go ahead and back that up real quick. 212 miles per hour in 2.85 seconds in 0 to 60. All of this is coming from a Corvette. I mean, if you look at those numbers, and if you didn't know what car it was, you would assume it's maybe a Ferrari, maybe a Lamborghini. Some people that maybe aren't too knowledgeable of cars might even say a Bugatti, a Koenigsegg of some sort. But no. This is a Corvette, ladies and gentlemen. And these numbers are able to be produced because of that supercharged V8 hitting 755 horsepower and 715 foot-pounds of torque, making it the fastest production Corvette that has ever come out of Chevrolet. Now, again, if you want to look at those are numbers similar to the Lamborghini Aventador, the Ferrari F12, and a 911 Turbo S. Now, a car that is fast as that kind of makes you wonder, what does it even look like? Well, of course, we're going to have a photo for you to check out, which is going to be our Instagram, the Car5 Podcast. You can check it out there, or Facebook, the Car5 Podcast. Let me just tell you, it's very extremely European. This new body styling of the C7 Corvette is very attractive. It's extremely good looking, definitely has supercar-esque styling to it. But what makes this new ZR1 particularly special is a brand new aero kit you can get if you want. It's extra. It is called the ZTK Track Performance Package, and that is available if you do desire to get it. I don't see why you would not get it, but it is there as an option. And what it comes with specifically is 5 things. The ZTK Track Performance Package comes with an adjustable carbon fiber high rear wing, carbon fiber end caps on the front splitter for increased downforce. You're going to get upgraded tires, which is beyond huge. They're the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 summer tires. Extremely wide, extremely sticky, great for track use. Also, you're going to have 30% higher in the front and 13% higher rear spring rates. And you're also going to get a specific magnetic selective ride control that is specifically tuned to optimize cornering and grip. So the numbers I was mentioning to you before about top speed, 0 to 60 and things, those are all great. But imagine if the car was focused on straight line speed, yet the numbers it's pulling are all numbers based on it being a track car, which is pretty impressive. Now, not only is it the fastest Vet ever produced, it looks absolutely sinister, but what does it do for the competition? Again, if we're just going at this strictly based off of numbers, the Corvette is producing 755 horsepower and 715 foot-pounds of torque. Before specifications, it's going to cost you about $121,000. But let's say you, of course, are going to spec it the way you want. Let's be fair, just say you get it to $150,000 to $175,000. Here's your competition numbers. A Lamborghini SVJ has 770 horsepower and 531 foot-pounds of torque. 0 to 60 is 2.8 seconds with a top speed of 216 miles an hour. That's going to cost you between $500,000 and $600,000. A Ferrari F12 Superfast, 789 horsepower with 530 foot-pounds of torque, 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds with a top speed of 211 miles per hour. Of course, $500,000 to $600,000. You're getting these same numbers from a car that has a base price of $121,000. So you have the opportunity to get a Corvette that is going to be a third of the price of the rest of the cars, and you're going to get similar numbers. But again, we're just talking about it in comparison to competition, not saying it's a better car in any which way. I'm just giving you information, but that's the way automotive technology is going nowadays. You know, if you were to ask me personally, I would rather take the Lamborghini SVJ over the car, but that's just me. You know, other cars that are comparable to the Corvette in price, you're going to have the AMG GTR from Mercedes-Benz, Porsche 911 Turbo S, and a Porsche GT3 and a GT3 RS. But, you know, that's the beauty of cars, is you can buy whichever one you like. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That's all we have today for the 2019 Corvette ZR1. It is an absolute monster and can definitely compete with the more expensive supercar and hypercar market. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, which is the Car5 Podcast. Like us on Facebook, which is the Car5 Podcast. For any questions you might have, a recommendation of an episode, or have something I can improve on, I'm definitely an open book. Just shoot me an email. Let me know. info@car5podcast.com. Don't forget to tune in February 9th for the next episode, episode 3, featuring the Mercedes-Benz AMG GTR Pro. Thank you so much for tuning in, and drive safe.